Hey guys, how you doing today? This is Z-Town Train, and this is just a basic dude vlog. And today we're not doing exactly a review. I wanted to show you something cool. Now I'm a lucky guy. I'm a network engineer. I'm a network guy. I work for an internet service provider and a network service provider. And so I'm lucky in that I get to carry a bag, such as a laptop bag or a backpack, to work, which makes everyday carry kind of things for me. I can carry a few bulkier items that you wouldn't put in your pockets normally when you're going somewhere. But I like to take advantage of that. I think I've showed a video before of what's in my network bag. I want to show you guys something that I've come up with over the past couple of months that I throw in my bag every day, that's always with me, and it's just an interesting little thing that I thought you might get some ideas from and enjoy. So this bag, the bag itself was a gift from, of course, Robbie the Real American, because who else gives us gifts around here but him, that have to do with cheap gear and stuff like that. But the bag was a gift. I'm pretty sure you ordered it from a military supply company, like one of those army surplus kind of supply companies. It's got a little drawstring on top, and I throw this bag into my backpack. It's always in there. It always rides with me. And it's got some really interesting stuff in it. I thought I could show you. So we're going to open up the little drawstring here and start taking things out one at a time. We'll take a look. So, first thing that my hand comes to is a space blanket. Now, these things were really popular for a long time, and I think that they still should be. It is a single-use, supposedly, blanket. And they're made of a material that is shiny on both sides, and it reflects heat inward onto your body when you wrap yourself in it. And it's also great for signaling, and also keep the rain off you. You can use one of these to make kind of a rain shelter really quick, or a poncho if you need it. Very versatile, very interesting, and so one of these rides with me. It's light, it's little, and it can hang out in my bag, you know? Let's see. Of course, a box of matches. Those are not strike anywhere, they're strike on the box, and you have to remember that when you buy like a waterproof match tin or something, that you're using something that's strike on the box or strike anywhere. Take a look, read what you're buying, it's very important. And of course, those are obvious reasons those are in there. We have our Gerber 600. Now, this knife used to be my everyday carry knife. I love this knife. This knife I've had for probably 20 years, maybe even a little longer than that now. This knife is amazing. I don't think they make the Gerber 600 anymore. I'm pretty sure they don't make the camo anymore. And this is an original Gerber from Portland, Oregon, made in the USA, and this knife has been nothing but amazing to me. I carried it for years. It's tough. It takes a beating. It doesn't even, I don't think there's any damage on it, even though I packed it in my back pocket forever. I love this knife, even though it's not the knife that I carry anymore because it's big and it's bulky, and I have other knives I like to carry. This still rides in my bag for my, this is the knife that I would want to have in my hand in a situation if I got, lost somewhere or stuck somewhere. This would be a great knife to have. And so it rides in my little bag there. We're going to save this one. We have little fire starter kit here. So you've seen this on my channel before. Once I finally figured out how to make it work, I'm pretty happy with it, because I think that it's just handy. So you got your fire starter on one side, magnesium fire starter on the other. Comes with a little file to use for both striking and for grinding off the magnesium, which is super handy. Attached to this, I keep a can opener. Yes, I know I make fun of the can opener thing all the time, but I mean, heck, what if I was up in the mountains and found a cabin with some canned food in it and wanted to eat it, botulism aside? I keep this little can opener. It's sharp, so I keep a little, just wrapped it in paper and stuck a little tape on it. I know it's ugly, but it is what it is. It takes care of it, keeps it sharp, and it keeps me from cutting myself when I stick my hand in my little bag there. So that rides with me. A lighter. It's always good to have more than one way of making fires. We've had the matches, we have our fire starting kit, and I also have a lighter in there. It's just a cheapo lighter. It's not even a Bic, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it came from one of the smoke shacks here, and it just rides in there. I have lighters everywhere in my survival gear. Lighters, matches, fire's important. We have Water tabs, potability tabs. I think for obvious reasons, if you don't have water, you're dead in less than a week. Some people say 3 days, some people can make it longer, but you're gonna die if you don't have water. So water purification tablets. It's small, it's light. Why not have it in there? Now I keep a thumb drive in there. Why do I keep a thumb drive in this here? This thumb drive is special to, in a way. The thumb drive has a bootable version of Linux that is a network security toolkit, and if I came up on a computer that I couldn't boot into Windows because it had a password and I wanted to use the computer, get on the internet, try and see what's going on in the world, and needed to and couldn't, say there was power, there's a computer, but you don't have a password, I could just, F12, F8, escape, whatever it takes to get to the boot menu after plugging in this little thumb drive and boot into this live version of Linux, jump on the net, and I'm there. You can get your news, it's important to have information. Information's key a lot of the time. And that's one way to do it. So that's what I have. Let's shake this out a little bit, get a few more things in here. Okay. So I have this little bag of silica gel. No, it's not for eating. Don't eat it. This keeps everything dry. I have this thing about fingernail clippers. I like to keep my nails clipped. I don't like having dirty fingernails, and it's just, this is a little caveat, a little luxury to me in the bag in case I need to clip my nails, to be honest. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of a luxury item or something that's your pet peeve in your survival gear. I also, in some of my survival stuff, keep a little tobacco and some rolling papers for smoke if I need it, or maybe a little chew, a little dip, something that's a luxury item, a little candy, something to keep you feeling good. And if my toenails or fingernails are long, I can't stand it. It makes me crazy. So, I mean, it's obviously, you can tell. So a fingernail clipper. This little guy right here is kind of a funny item. Some of you are going to know what this is right by looking at it. Some of you are going to go, what is that knurled knob? Little tiny thing in your bag. Let's say that you were trying to escape and evade something. Let's say you were trying to get away. Let's say that somebody had captured you or something and you were able to get through these zip ties or rope or whatever, and say they weren't as smart as you were smarter than them, and you got out. When you get outside, they have a vehicle. Maybe you don't have the keys or don't know how to hotwire it. This is a valve stem puller. Pull the valve stems on their tires. Put the valve stems in your pocket. Now they have flat tires and they have no way to fill them up, and that's going to help you. I don't think they're going to, if they're not smart enough to keep you tied up, they're not smart enough to keep you locked up, then they're probably not smart enough to keep extra valve stems around for their tires. So that's what that is. Valve stem puller. Escape and evade if you have to. I don't talk about that kind of thing a lot on here, or, the whole end of the world as we know it, Teotihuacan scenarios, or strongman leaders, or being the gray man when you're in society and you're trying to have people not take you seriously, or just you want to be just another face in the crowd. But escaping and evading things is important, and I think that the stupid little tool is going to help you if they have a car and you don't. Now they don't have a car either. Alright, what else do we have in here? Whoops. We're going to let that go. That was just a coin that was in there that I threw in the bottom of it. So, 1, 2, we have Band-Aids. Scads Band-Aids. If you cut yourself, you're going to need Band-Aids. A couple different kinds of Band-Aids. We have alcohol wipes, because you don't want those cuts to get infected. And that all comes back to the same idea of, what if you did have to get out of something and you cut your hand trying to get out of it, or breaking a window to get into a place that's empty and you need to get some food or something out of it. Band-Aids are important. Keep your blood in your body. If you have your blood in your body and not running out of your body, you're going to survive longer. And that's what that's about. I keep a couple of cleaning pads in here for my glasses, because that's another pet peeve of mine. I don't like having dirty glasses. I like being able to see. And if you can't tell, I do have a pretty strong prescription, but I'm correctable to 20/20, and I'm a hell of a shot. But yeah, that's important. Now let's go back to the thing at the beginning of the video that I threw back and wanted to hold to the end. I call this little bag the reason. So let's say that you get stuck somewhere and you are trying to survive, and you get down on yourself, you're losing your focus, you don't understand the reasons behind you needing to live, to survive, to get away. The reason bag keeps these pictures in it. And these pictures are of my family, and I'm probably going to fuzz that out just because I don't want my family on my channel. So the pictures are of my kids and my wife and my family, and I call that the reason bag. Sometimes I pull the reason bag out when I'm at work just to give myself a reason to continue working. But if you're in a survival situation and your morale gets low, you're going to need a reason to keep going. So I recommend keeping a reason bag in with your survival gear. I recommend having a reason to keep going and something to remind yourself of that. So that is just a little bag that I pack around with me in my gear, in my everyday carry, that wonderful buzz term, in my kit, in my gear every day, just to make sure that I have stuff that I need to be quote unquote prepared. Alright, you guys have a great day. This has been C-Town Train, and this is just a basic dude vlog, and I am out of here. I'll see ya.